Oh, no, I won't. And good Thursday morning here on the Chip Matthews Show here on WYAB. Let's hear those feet hit the floor. Yeah, Mama used to say, until I see you standing, getting out of bed, you ain't awake. You're not up. I'd get up. My eyes were still shut. And then as soon as she walked out, fall right back into bed. Well, get up, y'all. It's time to do this thing. It's 6:07 in the morning. Good morning to you. Chip Matthews Show coming at you live and in person. Remember, tomorrow is Good Friday. Tomorrow is Good Friday. And what does that mean in the world? Still means you can vote. You can vote today, you can vote tomorrow. It is some places like last election cycle, somebody said, well, we're going to be closed on Good Friday. Well, that's not the law. First, and you have to think about this, and this is something that you don't think about until somebody tells you. The state of Mississippi, even the United States government, does not recognize Easter as a holiday. So you don't really get the day off. They come up with some other name if they give you the day off on Good Friday. But as far as those that are running the polling precinct, they should be open on Good Friday, just to let you know. And then on Saturday, they're open till noon. And then next Tuesday, you will go and vote, right? If you hadn't voted already, you can vote absentee today, tomorrow, Saturday till noon, and then nothing on Monday. And then Tuesday, you got to vote. So we'll be down to it. And of course, Benny's out there on the streets hawking his boys. Yes. And he's going in to make sure he going to get his cut. And since Benny didn't get his cut out of Chokeway, and they got to fighting over money at one point when all that money was coming in for the water and this, that, and the other. Now we're looking at he going to make sure he gets John Horn. And, John is the better of the two, I would think. But the reality is, John's been in office for a long time, and you can't tell me anything he has done in his area to make it good. If you do know something that he has done of quality, make sure you give us a call, 601-879-0002, because I'd love to hear what some of these politicians who have been in office and are getting reelected are going to do to help you. And and I sit here and I listen to the news and what goes on. People, it is awful. And I mean, this is aimed at the Republican rhinos. The ones that are supposed to be down there at the state house, and they were supposed to pass a budget, and they hadn't done that. We don't have a ballot initiative because they don't want us to have any power. And this is just wrong. This is just wrong. We don't have a recall for when we get it wrong and put somebody in office. We're still stuck with them for 4 years. Everybody keeps saying, why didn't such and such resign? Because they don't have to. They don't have to. They can get that 4 years in where they get their PERS in. Those PERS checks are huge after you retire. People don't realize how big those checks are. But the reality is you got to fund it. You got to fund PERS. You got to fund the government. And don't sit here. And I sit here and I listen to everybody talk about how bad the Democrats are, how bad they are. And the border's not secure. You're cheating. You got a guy who raped and killed and maimed and cut up women and this, that, and the other. And you want to go fly down to El Salvador and bring them back. And they're from El Salvador, not from Baltimore. And you sit there and you look at all this, but then let's bring it home. How many times have you been lied to recently? Think about that. Think about that. And think about, as Republicans, we say that Democrats lie. Correct? So, as Republicans, when we look across the aisle and see that we have eliminated income tax in Mississippi, right? We've eliminated it, right? But I believe yesterday everybody filed. Okay. And I believe next year you will file. And I believe the next year you will file. Okay. Somebody's peeing on my head and tell me that it's raining. That's what's going on right now because you've lied to me because there really isn't no sales tax. I mean, no income tax for the next few years in Mississippi. It does not exist that way. It does not. You know, it'll happen over time. And over time, somebody will say we can't do it, and then they'll bring it back. Right? So if you were from California, you said, look, Mississippi just passed no income tax. We're going to run there and we're going to open up our business there. And we're going to be able to bring some of our employees and this, that, and the other. And we're going to help build. We're going to find some great land in Mississippi and enjoy it. And then they go, well, what do you mean I got to pay sales tax? What do you mean I got to pay sales tax? I don't understand that. What do you mean I got to pay a bigger gas tax now? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean I still owe income tax? I thought it was income tax free in Mississippi. It is not. It is not. And the rhinos that we keep putting in office, I want everybody to think about this. Think about this. If a Republican is lying to you, telling you that they have done something that they have not done, you should never vote for them again because the lying has got to stop. Okay, they're going to tell you that every Democrat in the world is bad. And I don't believe that every Democrat in the world is bad. Just those associated with Benny Thompson. Okay. Then, and as far as the Republicans, what do you do about the rhinos? If they're associated with Delbert Hosemann, they are liars. I mean, we're reducing it. No more. We go on TV and we say, we got Mississippi's tax-free. Not this year, though. Not next year, though. Not the next year, though. Maybe the next year. Come on, people. It's insane to be lied to by our politicians constantly. They want to say they're Republicans and they're not Republicans. Reducing the size of the government and getting rid of a lot of the agencies that we have here in Mississippi would be best. And not only that, in the middle of all of this, when they were thinking they were coming up with the plan to fix this and fix that, we're going to get some roads and bridges, they started shuffling money around. They started finding new money by getting us to pay more taxes. That's not Republican politics. Not at all. That's Democrat politics. That's increase the size of the government, increase what the people pay, and we won't worry about it because they will put up with it because only 20% of us vote. So 20% of us care. 80% say, we don't care what you do. Just do it. Just do whatever you're going to do. We don't care. Because in the long run, we're stuck with whatever you do. We're stuck with it. Whether we like it or not, we're stuck with it. You want to go spend money at the Jackson Zoo? We're stuck with it. We're stuck with it because we do not stand up and put the right people in office to handle things. And in Jackson, if you're not thinking about in the work, I mean, let's say tomorrow, Tuesday, y'all don't show up. And believe me, you won't, because I know you won't. I know you're lazy. I know you're good for nothing unless somebody gives you something. And, you know, once in Canton, they were going around giving out Walmart cards. And so, and someone allegedly tied those when they were testifying in court, tied those to Benny Thompson. They said that those may have been where they came from. But let's look at it this way. Benny's on tour going from town to town throughout the 30 counties he has. We all know that his 30 counties have Democratic mayors, although a bunch of those Democrats in state office have just decided that they are Republicans. That's because the Republican Party at the state level is taking in the rhinos. It's a rhino party. We don't have a real conservative Republican Party. There are conservatives out there trying their best to get people to be conservative. But if you're telling me one thing and then you're lying to me and it doesn't exist, we know you're not. You're a rhino. Don't even look. We need all the politicians to go to the mirror right now. Just look in the mirror. Did you attempt to reduce the size of the government? And don't tell me that you could, because if you were just speaking on it, we would know that you're on our side. If you're just speaking on it. And then did you vote for the elimination of sales tax? I mean, the not a sales tax, of the income tax. Did you vote for it? Well, did you really feel like it was done? Do you really feel like you could go back and tell people that you did something, that you really reduced it? No, because it's got triggers to do this or to do that. And you can't say what people are going to do 8 years from now or 10 years from now or 20 years from now. It's like the 2 Mississippi museums. We only have one museum. We only have one history. Why we want to divide it up and say there's 2 histories, I do not know. But that's what we do here. We try to control the narrative this way. We try to control the narrative that way and just make everybody just settle down. We're going to get everything we want. We're just going to settle down. I have a friend that's in the Madison County Republican. He goes, Chip, you just got to work with people. You got to do this. Madison County Republican Party is the brokest party in the world. It's not due to people there that want to do the right thing. It's just that you got to do the right thing. You got to go out and find people to be in the party. You got to act like the executive committee wants more Republicans in the party. But they never have drives. They never do anything to go out and get you involved. They never go out and find candidates to be on the ballot. They sit there and just wait. Meanwhile, in Rankin County, they're doing everything. They're having fundraisers. They're having this. You have the, and we have the Madison County Women's League, which they build up. There's people that are doing good work. But as a whole, you're looking at a party that doesn't have $10,000 in the bank in Madison County. I would doubt that they have $8,000 in the bank, maybe less. When I became a member of their little group, we had $8,000 and we put $2,000 in on making a new sticker that says I voted. The state should be paying for, not us, but that's what we did. But anyway, we're going to take a break. We'll be back. If you want to give a call in, please give a call in. I want you to say something positive about a Republican that's elected into office currently. Find something to tell me that is the truth. That is the truth of something that they did. That would make me so happy today, because as a whole, I'm not saying there are some conservatives in there trying to get some things done. There's some people working to do the right thing. But then if you look you look around and then you got Lynn Fitch, who will not prosecute election crimes. I have a letter with her name on it that says that won't happen. I have a letter when we found 164 people that were working the polls a year and a half ago, and we turned it in, and she said, "No, we don't do this. We're not going to mess with that." Now she's trying to prosecute people doing their job. People that have been cleared by other agencies, and we're just going to prosecute these cops. That's what we're going to do. Come on, people. There's something wrong with the system when everybody is always working the political angle to get votes. They're always, if I can do this, then all those people in Jackson will vote for me. That's what I'll do. I'll prosecute some cops. That's what I'll do. We'll be back here on the Chip Matthews Show right here on WYAB. Matthews Show right here on WYAB.
103.9 WYAB.
Your pie and Gluckstadt is adding to the family. No, not like that. It's the new Pizza Shop sandwiches, like the Italian, featuring pepperoni, ham, bacon, black olives, feta, mozzarella, red onion, and that secret ingredient,
oregano. You mix in something called oregano. Oh, oregano.
Some tasty chicken creations, too, like the chicken bacon ranch served with house-made jalapeno ranch. And as always, express your inner pizza, too. Your Pie Gluckstadt, across from Germantown High School.
Y'all come see us at Flora Animal Hospital, your trusted hometown vet. We offer a wide variety of veterinary services, including boarding. Dr. Kaylee McCary is a Madison County native who has been serving the Flora community and surrounding areas since 2013. She leads our team of highly trained and compassionate women. We are located at 740 Highway 49 in the Cotton Exchange Plaza. Call us today at 601-879-3222. At Flora Animal Hospital, we treat your pets like our own.
Would you like a free ice cream? Head on over to Bumpers Drive-In on Highway 49 in Flora. If you're craving a juicy made-to-order burger and crispy golden fries, if you want to taste the best hand-breaded chicken tenders you've ever had, if you want a hand-mixed milkshake or a whirl with Nutter Butters, Oreos, then bump on into Bumpers Drive-In in Flora. Exclusively at the Flora location. Mention you heard them on WYAB and you'll receive a free Frosty ice cream with your order.
I'm David Frederick, owner of Frederick Sales and Service in Brandon. I'm here to tell you that it's the best time to buy a new Exmark zero-turn mower. With unmatched quality of cut, ease of operation, and low maintenance, it's no wonder why Exmark is the #1 choice of landscape professionals. With sizes starting at 42 inches and 0% financing available, we have an Exmark zero-turn for all size lawns. Frederick Sales and Service in Brandon. Come by my store and see why Fredericks has been leading the way and serving you for 30 years since 1993.
Men, let's talk about low testosterone. Do you suffer from any of these symptoms? Low sex drive, ED. Are you always tired, depressed? You have loss of muscle mass? You're obese? Maybe you have loss of focus and drive. Then you, my friends, may suffer from low testosterone. Let my buddies over at Men's Health in Mississippi, located right there in Madison, check your numbers today. Trust me, she'll thank you for it. I promise. Check them out online at menshealthms.com. That's menshealthms.com. Men's Health Mississippi.
What are people saying about Tom's Fried Pies in Richland?
Tom's Fried Pies. And I made the mistake. I ordered one pie. I figured, you know what, I'll try Tex-Mex. It was so good. Man, second go round, I ate the pecan pie. You will need a meat pie and a dessert one. Get both because they are off the hook.
I went to Tom's Fried Pies today, and I'm going back. I tried the taco one, really good. When I go back, I'll bring some home.
Tom'sFriedPies.com.
At Bank of Yazoo, we believe that common sense makes for better banking. That's why we've taken our array of checking accounts and simplified them for you, boiling down features and benefits to create our New You, Achieve You, Benefit You, and Protect You checking accounts. Ready to discover how simple is better? Talk with us today. Bank of Yazoo, Bank of You. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, this is Lee Atkins for Home Care Plus Medical in Ridgeland, announcing our Mother and Father's Day sale beginning April 2nd. All Pride lift chairs will be $300 to $500 off suggested retail pricing as our Atlanta Braves fan special. So come in, mention you're looking for the Braves special, and we will help you select the best lift chair for you or your loved one. That's right, the Pride lift chair, $300 to $500 off MSRP. Many other items are on special pricing right now as well. So come see us at Home Care Plus Medical in Ridgeland.
Yeah. Yes, we're back here on a Thursday morning. Y'all wake up. It's going to be a beautiful day today. Beautiful day today. Beautiful day tomorrow. And it's then supposed to rain till Easter, which my grandmother always says on Easter when there's always kind of a storm. And she said that's just like it was when Christ rose from the grave. You know, they rolled back the stone, blah, blah, blah. That, you know, my grandmother was probably there, just to tell you the truth. Okay, I can say that because I'm a Republican. I can lie to you. But anyway, we're welcome back to the show in the land of Benny Thompson, where welfare runs free and we all love it. And right now we're trying to pass a farm bill up there, and they need to do this to help out our farmers. But the big argument right now is Democrats want more food stamps to be given out. They're trying to do an end around, saying if we're going to lose it over here, we'll see if we can get it over here. You know, welfare is nowhere to live. It's sort of like taking a pin and sticking it in a person and just letting the air out of them. It's nothing. people need to learn to be self-sufficient. So say, okay, farm bill, here you go. My farm bill means everybody in the state you'll get some tomato seeds or some plants. We'll give you some plants. We'll give you some potatoes. We'll give you some corn, and we'll give it to you in the way where you can grow your own, where you can learn something. We all eat greens. We get you some greens. They're easy to grow. You won't mess that up. Tomatoes will grow. I mean, you stick it in the ground and we'll have that. And then you go, well, what do I do for eating food? Well, let's just wait until when we get you a chicken, so you'll have eggs. And then if you'll just wait, some animal will come into your garden to try to eat. You can just take 2 rabbit sticks and go out there and get you a rabbit. Yeah, rabbit sticks? What are you talking about, Chip? Oh, well, that's rabbit sticks for killing rabbits. Wabbits. Rascal wabbits. But anyway, we're a few weeks away from the animals not having a home because across the river will be flooding. Will be flooding as the water comes down. And, they'll start the water. If we had the pumps, we could even out the water a little better. We could do what we're supposed to do because we've been planning this for a while, but we don't have the pumps. So when the flood waters hit, all the animals and people, the people that are living in the area, it's bad enough for them. Think about all those animals that will be displaced. And, they've been seeing more black bears up and down the rivers lately. So they'll be pushed in more toward the center of the state. And we'll just start seeing more bears and coyotes and everything else we see. And those become driving hazards, just to let you know. I mean, you can't ride a mile in central Mississippi and not see a dead animal. That's just the truth. And for all you people trying to eat, hey, there you go. Beverly Hillbillies, they scoop up that roadkill. Possum neck stew. Yeah. You just don't know. Okay. But anyway. Okay, let's get back to talking about some real stuff. Voting is going on. And then, of course, Easter is Sunday, and you need to be getting your Easter clothes out. Remember when you were young, you had your Easter clothes, your Easter shoes. Girls had the Easter bonnets, and everybody got dressed to go to Sunday school and church on Easter Sunday. More people showed up then, and it'll be that way this year. It'll be like I was talking to Timothy Jenkins the other day, and he was telling me, well, we do about 1,500, but the number will go up on Easter to 2,200 inside the church for the 2 services. Hey, that's great. We need to go more often. And then make sure you see your politicians there, because if they're not showing up, and you can just ask them, I thought you said you got rid of the sales tax. And then they're going to go hem and haw and hem and haw. And you're going to look at them and go, you're a Republican. Reduce the size of the government and don't lie. Period. We're going to let the Democrats lie. We'll let the Democrats lie. But no, if you're lying and you're a Republican, you're a rhino, and that's that. You can't get out of this. You can say, Chip, you're crazy. Well, yes, I am crazy. Everybody knows I'm crazy. That's the only lie you're not telling. I'm crazy. And I'm ignorant. I don't know anything about what I'm talking about. But if you tell me that you eliminated the sales tax in Mississippi or reduced it, and then you've moved all the money around, and then meanwhile other municipalities are trying to get 2 more cents added to where they can build a park. What do we need another park for when we don't even have a road? What are you going to do? And then as far as this gas tax, you're going, well, as Trump gets the price of gas going down, we'll just put it in and go up. We hadn't had an increase in so long. Well, we didn't have an increase because Republican leadership did the right thing for years. Republican leadership, and some of y'all will say, well, we don't have enough money. You got to learn where to get the money. You got to learn how to reduce the government and find the money. That's what you do. You don't just create a new bureaucracy along the way and say, this is going to do this. Like, for instance, I heard in another state, and there's a commercial running around on the TV about Democrats were giving out phones to illegal aliens. And that was how they were taking care of and they gave them COVID phones. And they also did that to Democrat. I mean, I know plenty of people in Jackson area that get government cell phones that get reloaded, and they get them every month for free. And they're reloaded on the 1st, and they used them all their minutes by the 15th, and then people buy cards and do this, that, and the other. But it's just a graft. And so what they're doing is they're taking the COVID money and some of the broadband money and this, that, and the other in other states. I don't know what we're doing here for sure, but they take that money and they filter it out to these people. And all we're doing is buying votes. That's all we're doing. And we're spending money, and we have agencies that we set up to do this, that, and the other. Quit wasting the money. When you know you're wasting the money, there should be, we're writing a check for this, and on the memo, there's a thing on there called a memo. You say what it was for. It's that simple. And then we let Shad go and look and balance it all out. But we're still paying for DEI in this state. We are. They've just rearranged it. We're paying for all kind of stuff that we don't need in this state that we think they're not doing that here. We have Republican leadership. None of that stuff's happening. We're doing the conservative value thing. We're shrinking government and spending less money. No, we're not. Quit lying to the people here in Mississippi. This state is as blue as it can be. I don't care how red you think it is. The only red here is the necks. And that's it. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back on the Chip Matthews Show here on WYAB. Matthews Show here on WYAB.
1039 WYAB.
Hi, Kim Wade here. Corcoran Door Company has been providing quality residential garage and commercial overhead door products to Mississippians for over 50 years. Corcoran Door is the supplier of garage door parts and services such as LiftMaster, commercial and residential door operators, as well as Clopay, sectional commercial and residential doors, Asta, commercial sheet and rolling steel doors, and Cornell, rolling steel and shutters, with many in stock for the same-day pickup. CorcoranDoor.com. That's CorcoranDoor.com.
The weather is heating up, and the deals are even hotter at Mazda of Jackson. Right now at Mazda of Jackson, you can drive home your dream Mazda with low financing rates available. 2.9% for 72 months on most models, or finance 36 months and pay just 0.9%. That's right, 0.9%. Experience Mazda's exhilarating performance, top-notch safety, and reliability. It's time to choose Mazda. Shop online at MazdaofJackson.com or visit Mazda of Jackson, I-55 Frontage Road in Jackson.
CBS News Brief. President Trump says Fed Chair Jerome Powell's, quote, termination can't come soon enough, end quote, after Powell's comments on new tariffs.
These policies are still evolving, and their effects on the economy remain highly uncertain. As we learn more, we will continue to update our assessment.
On its Truth Social, the president's blasted Powell for waiting too long to lower interest rates. In a new statement, Harvard doubles down on its refusal to submit to more government oversight and demands it end diversity programs. CBS's Nikki Batiste
stands by its prior statement that the university will not surrender its independence or relinquish its constitutional rights.
Utility officials in Puerto Rico say 41% of customers now have power back a day after the entire island lost it. Locals lament the economic toll.
Small businesses, some are forced to shut down and lose a day's income.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
I'm John Horn, running for mayor of Jackson. I'm truly honored because on April 1st, 83% of you said you wanted change in your leadership. We won all 7 wards with a 2-to-1 majority. Jackson is ready for new leadership, but this is just the beginning. In the next few days, I'm focused on listening to all voters, attending community meetings, and showing my commitment to work with county, state, and federal leaders, because rebuilding Jackson takes all of us. Let's finish strong. Vote John Horn for mayor, April 22nd.
Paid for by John Horn for mayor.
Struggling with your dog's behavior? Hunter Logan here with the Dog Wizard, and we can help. Our trainers use proven techniques to turn chaos into harmony. Whether it's a playful puppy or a seasoned barker, we make obedience a natural part of their behavior. It's your turn to have peaceful walks and calm gatherings at home. We offer board and trains, private lessons, and more, all tailored to your dog's individual needs. Visit thedogwizardmadison.com and create a happier home. The Dog Wizard Madison, It's dog training done right.
Bank Plus makes it easier to bank. With extended drive-through hours plus 24/7 online and mobile banking, we're here when you need us. Lost your debit card? Get a new one instantly at any Bank Plus location. No waiting for the mail. And interactive teller machines offer drive-up personal service 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday and 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Saturdays. Your bank, your plus. Learn more at bankplus.net. Member FDIC.
Hey everybody, it's John at Two Gun Tactical. We're having Kim Wade Wednesdays at both locations. So you come in and mention Kim Wade on a Wednesday, you get half price range fees. Hey, if you're a member, we're going to give you an extra free target just for mentioning Kim Wade Show. Come on in and work on your shooting and exercise that 2A right that if we don't fight for it, we won't have it much longer. It's twoguntactical.com. That's the number 2, guntactical.com.
Mm-hmm. Thursday morning. Thursday. Yeah, somewhere. Chubb Matthews sitting in on the radio program. Yes, I'm your host. And when I'm sitting there listening to the news there, and they were talking about Harvard and the funding that goes into Harvard. Think of all the money we put into HBCUs. I know we have the Ayers decision where we had to catch up in this, that, and the other years ago, and things equaled out. But now we have a situation here where people register on campus to vote at the HBCUs, and they go vote on election day. They have the big march, this, that, and the other. Never mind, they also are registered at their home also to vote, And if you really look at it and balance it, you will see some crossover. But remember this in Benny Thompson's district. There are 4 HBCUs located in his district. That is by design. That's by Delbert Design. Designs by Delbert. Let me show you how to draw the map. Designs by Delbert. And those 4 HBCUs, and then, like, for instance, I was just listening to the commercial there for John Horn. He's talking about he had 83% of the people wanted something different. That's 83% of the 20% of the people that voted. 83% of the 20% of the people that voted. 80% of the people don't give a damn what goes on in Jackson and in Canton and across the state. Some areas, 70% don't give a damn. But the reality is we don't get out and vote. We don't do what we're supposed to do. We let people go die on, Now we'll use the racial issue on that. It'll go, we were done wrong for so long. Y'all owe us that, and you owe us reparations and this, that, and the other. We'll say all that, but we don't go vote. You got your right to vote. People fought for your right to vote and nobody else. Then you think about the real people that fought for their right to vote also, that fought in World War I and World War II and fought in the Revolutionary Vote. Those people fought for our rights. They died. I mean, think about being an 18, 19-year-old boy. You've been drafted or you joined the Army, and they put you on a boat and carried you over there on D-Day to storm the beaches. And you're looking at everybody getting out of those traveler, I don't know what you'd call those things, the people callers. But anyway, when they came out, they were coming out in the water because they couldn't get up that close. So people were dying in the water and people were dying all around you, and you got to get to there and then go up the cliff and get to that bunker and shoot them. And they sat there, and I mean, we lost thousands of people sitting there who knew that the moment that door came down, that they were being shot at. They were being targeted. People knew where to shoot, and they had to run all the way over there. And then they won that war. They took that hill. They went all the way to Germany, and they fought and died for us to live the life we live. And we can't even go vote. It's sad. It's sad that we allow people to do things. the fact that people can burn a flag and nothing happens to them. When I grew up, if the flag touched the ground, the first thing they say, you got to go burn the flag. You gotta do that. Then there were some people that came along and said, there's a way to clean the flag legally to where you don't have to burn the flag. But then everybody just said, we're not going to run the flags. And then the state, we had the old Mississippi flag, and people decided we're not going to fly that flag. Then the people voted to bring that flag in. And then the legislators, once again, to prove they're all rhinos, after it was put into the Constitution, that was the ballot initiative thing. After it was put into the Constitution by the people, they said, oh, you got it wrong. We'll just fix that. And then we let them do that. And okay. So, and look, the flag thing, I like the old flag. That's just it. I'm a Southerner, and I'm proud to be a Southerner. That does not make me a racist because I like to be the South. And as I grew up and saw the flag across the country, as you drive across the state, people would collect the collectible Southern flags. You go get one in Georgia, you get the little shot glasses or whatever. We weren't allowed to have shot glasses. My grandmother didn't allow drinking. So we couldn't, with a shot glass, we couldn't just say it was a tiny glass. She knew what it was. So that you weren't bringing that in the house. And that was just the way it was. But I mean, everybody would buy the little hat, Civil War hat at Stuckey's. Remember Stuckey's? Yeah, that was the way things used to be. And then we slowly decided that all these things were wrong. But it seems in this state, which is largely, I would say the population of this state is largely the minorities. The flag was voted in. But the radical politicians that we allow in office and those that think that we're got to do right, can't do, we got to give a little bit here and a little bit there. We got to kind of keep everybody happy. Everybody be happy if you just quit lying. I think that would solve everything. If politicians would not lie. I know it's not in the DNA of the politician not to lie. And I know that I am running for office, so that technically makes me a politician, but I've never won. So I haven't been financially corrupted yet. They hadn't waved the millions of dollars in front of me. And then, of course, it seems like if they do waive, if somebody came and bought influence like they did in the Rudy Warnock trial, the politician gets 5 years, but the person that gave them the money gets 25 or 30 years. That don't seem right. I think it should be reversed. I think the politician who had people vote for him to support him to get there should be the one that takes the bigger ride on if you're going to accept graft, we can't support you. I mean, how can we support you? And then you go, we get 5 years and blah, blah, blah. It'll probably be a suspended sentence, blah. And then, of course, you still got the money. You didn't pay it back. And and then whatever they catch you with, there's always more that you got before that. There was a little Grimbles. Then there's down there at the state capitol now, you got people wanting to put the little man drugstores out of business. Okay. But the big boxes want it all. So they want to put the little man out of business. Meanwhile, the lobbyists for these pharmacies and these big people are spending money left and right and hoping that they can get something put on the special session. Since there's going to be a special session, and they made sure there would be a special session by not putting a budget in that, and it's $100,000 a day is what the special session will cost us. $100,000 a day. Drop in the bucket. Never mind, you just did 90 days and didn't get anything done. Nothing important got done. You've got some little this, little that, but nothing really important. Nothing important to the mass of people in the state. Nothing. No term limits, which we need, which, we're back and forth because you can always vote somebody out of office, but it's hard. But let's go. I'm for term limits at 12 years. Why not? 12 years is good. Your PERS check will be good. And I think you should move up in power or move on, one or the other. Because if you're good, if they like you as a House of Representatives, they'll love you as a senator. Then after the senator, then you need to run for governor of one of those state houses or go back home and work in your community. But it's not a full-time job. Being in the government is not a full-time job. And that's what it's turned into, is full-time jobs. And all these people that use it as a full-time job seem to be liars, Republican or Democrat. You just seem to be a liar, because you are telling me that y'all, the supermajority, got rid of income tax. Man, you didn't. You didn't. Tell the truth. Tell the truth to everybody. Go to church this Sunday and please tell the truth. You should go to the front and ask for forgiveness for lying to the people of your district, because you didn't do it. You didn't do it, and you didn't do your budget. So you didn't do your job. You took that money. You're getting that check. You're going to get that PERS check when you retire, and it's all going to be based on what you brought in and your 4 high and this, that, and the other. I mean, come on, people. Tell the truth. You're supposed to be a good politician. We need to get a farm bill through at that big government level over in Washington, D.C. And all they want to do is Democrats are saying, we got to get some more food stamps. And Benny is at the trough trying to get us some more food stamps when we need the farm bill no matter what. And the farm bill means that we have food stamps. And then in the food stamps, they're going to say, what? We can't buy sweets on them anymore? We can't buy Coke? We can't buy candy? What does Cokes and candy have to do with the farm bill? You can buy groceries. How about that? How about we give you money to buy groceries and you buy groceries with them that farmers grow? Imagine that. The chemicals and all that in Coke, this, that, and the other. Yeah, they're getting there. Robert Kennedy is actually getting more traction in Washington than a lot of the other people. And he's being heard and being listened to. I mean, when you have facts that people, they'll give you, your kid's acting crazy here, give them this bill. I mean, how long are we going to listen to that? Give them this pill. Your kids won't go to sleep. You need to buy them some of the over-the-counter melatonin, or here, we'll give you a pill. Look, let your kids go outside and play and run the streets and hope they don't get shot. That's the other problem there. I mean, if you're going to let your kids out in Jackson, there's a chance they won't come home. When the light, when the street lights came on, we had to be on our way to the house or very close. And so you're coming into the house. But if your kid doesn't come in, then your kid got shot today and you need to go out and look for him. Is that the way it's? I mean, that's the Jackson we have now. And the Canton. Don't let me not make that exclusive. And then you hear in Yazoo City, it doesn't matter where you go. We're constantly hearing of people under the age of 15 getting shot. Everybody's got a gun. Everybody's got a gun. That doesn't mean we need gun control. That means we need parents to control kids. How about that? Raise your kids. Look, I grew up on a street in Canton, Mississippi, East North Street, and I believe every parent had a shot at using a belt on us at one time. And if they didn't, we had maids up and down the street. Those maids would discipline us. We got the belt. We got run off. We got told we couldn't come over because we were bad, or we used bad language, or this, that, and the other. That's called parenting. That's called raising a community together. We got to get back to gathering among us and making sure that we all try to live civilly among each other in our neighborhoods. Because once you win a neighborhood, you can win the next neighborhood over. You can win the next street over. You can win the next district, town, city. Just got to start parenting inside our local areas in order to do a better job of what we need in life. I mean, we're just getting it all wrong. And look, it starts with gathering this Sunday at church. Go to church. Learn something. Learn why you want to go to heaven. practice it. Republican practice, look at the 10 Commandments. Learn something. Learn not to lie, you politicians. And that's all you do. All you do is lie. Look for the angle. We're going to take a break. We'll be back. Remember, Clay Edwards Show coming up at 7 o'clock right here on WYAB.
Keep it tuned here to 103.9 WYAB.
Craving something extraordinary in Jackson? Manship Restaurant is where your taste buds hit the jackpot. Join us for happy hour every day from 3 to 6 p.m. where your wallet will thank you and your stomach will sing. Indulge in half-price wood-fired pizzas because why pay full price for half the fun? And for just $5, dive into our private barrel bourbon picks. That's right, luxury on a budget. Plus, beat the heat with our frozen drink specials, a tropical escape without the travel expenses. Make your way to the Manship where happy hour isn't just a time, it's an experience.
We all love the farm-to-table food concept, right? Well, at Burnt Corn Farm, they bring you locally grown flowers straight from the farm to the vase. With a wide selection of flowers and excellent service, Burnt Corn Farm will make your next party or shower a southern delight. Sign up for a monthly bouquet subscription, and their farm fresh flowers will brighten your days all season long. You can also book your next family photo session in their wildflower field. That's Burnt Corn Farm on Facebook and Instagram.
If you ever been stuck on the side of the road with engine trouble or because of an accident, you know how frustrating that can be. I'm Chad Stevens of Chad Stevens Record Service. We'll help take some of the stress out of this stressful situation. We've been rated by AAA as one of the top 10 towing services in the entire USA. Why? Well, just ask our customers. So keep our number in your cell phones and call us if you need us. 662-755-8645. That's Chad Stevens Record Service. 662-755-8645.
Efficient and trouble-free payroll processing is crucial to a business's success, and a lot of businesses are struggling with it. PeopleLease, a local payroll provider, not only offers top-of-the-line software, but also provides on-demand payroll support services. With PeopleLease, you're never on your own at every step of your payroll process. PeopleLease has the expertise in managing payroll challenges and will work hard to understand your business and employees. That's what makes PeopleLease the perfect choice for you and your business. Learn more online at peoplelease.com.
Hey, this is Ben Ingram from the Braves Radio Network. We're in commercial right now, so I want to let my sister take over and tell you about Hometown Property Group.
Thanks, Ben. This is Mary Claire Putman with Hometown Property Group. Whether you're buying or selling, we are committed to guiding you through your real estate transaction with integrity, exceptional service, and remarkable results. Madison County has been my home for 40 years. I'd love to help make it yours, too.
That's Hometown Property Group. Give them a call at 601-853-6080.
Pet emergencies don't wait, so why should you? At Urge Vet Emergency Vets of Madison, we offer low wait times and cutting-edge technology to provide fast, expert care for all household pets. Our hours of operation are weeknights 5 p.m. to 8 a.m. and 24 hours on weekends and holidays. Our phone number is 601-790-1918 and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Because when it comes to your pet's health, trust the team that's fast, reliable, and compassionate.
When you choose a natural diamond, you're choosing more than just a truly precious gemstone.
You're choosing a symbol of forever, formed deep within the earth over billions of years, not in a factory in China. I'm John.
And I'm Corey Ravenstein. At Juniker Jewelry Company, we understand the importance of legacy. We've been Mississippi's direct diamond importer for over 4 generations.
That's why we offer only natural diamonds, timeless treasures that become family heirlooms, passed down from generation to generation.
Every Juniker's natural diamond is hand-selected for its enduring beauty and brilliance, ensuring that your story lives on in something truly exceptional.
Come shop the largest selection of gorgeous natural diamonds in the state. Every shape, size, and price range, all at the guaranteed best price in Mississippi.
From the Delta to the coast, more families trust Juniker's than any other jeweler.
Celebrate your love.
Honor your legacy.
Naturally. At Juniker's.
Juniker Jewelry Company, 1485 Highland Colony Parkway in Madison, and JunikerJewelry.com, Mississippi's direct diamond importer.
Yes, it is the final segment here on a Thursday. I hope you're up and I hope you're on your way and getting ready to go to work. I hope you remember that this Sunday is Easter Sunday. I'm going to keep reminding you that because, people tuning in all the time and, and remember the thing. Look, I used to, and I'll get a kick out of it if it happens this Sunday. I'm going to go to church this Sunday and I'm going to go in. When I was a kid, there was a song, up from the grave he arose. When we went up, we all like to do that. I mean, that's my Easter song, basically saying that he is risen, and we know that he is risen indeed. But anyway, also you politicians out there, don't you just feel guilty? Don't you feel guilty that you're a liar? I just want you to think about that from now until it's time to do this special session where you're going to get $100,000. The whole group, they divide up $100,000. I don't know. They might get more than that. You never know what these lobbyists are doing. And as long as it's just the budget on the agenda, there shouldn't be any. I don't know how much graft goes on there when they're doing a budget, but if they start adding other things in, the graft is in, and they'll be doing their bidding. And then y'all remember, don't be fooled by Benny Thompson. He's going around from city to city. He's in Yazoo City. He's in Greenville. He's going everywhere. And what he's doing is he's not going out to do anything good for the state. He is out campaigning and finding his money from his Democratic mayors around the state that they all need his help. And then he turns around and gives them their help. And then whatever goes on, because y'all, only 20% of these Democratic cities people show up to vote in. And then inside that 20% in every city, there is cheating at a level that is so of the 20% voting, you got to say that let's say 15%, maybe 25% is an illegal vote. But that's that. Get out and vote regardless. Too big to cheat. Okay. Too big to cheat. And remember, coming up in June is when you really elect who's going into office. I'm running for office in Canton, Mississippi. I hope you like me and vote for me. In Jackson, I hope you vote for Kim Wade. Yes, sir. Remember at 10 o'clock, it's the Jameson Haygood Show. It's going down the aisle with Sean and Lindsay at noon. It's the one and only Kim Wade, Radio Strongman at 4. And coming up next right here on WYAB is the all-encompassing Clay Edwards Show. I can't say enough about old Clay. He has done a heck of a job at that show, and you'll enjoy that. Also, thank you to all our many sponsors, and we have room for a few more. If you'd like to sponsor the program, get in touch with me on Facebook, this, that, and the other. You can be a part of my program as a sponsor, or you can get in touch with anybody up here. Everybody up here is for sale. Sound like we're a bunch of politicians. I'll see you back tomorrow morning, bright and early, 6 a.m. You be here, so I'll be here. Goodbye.